fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse, I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now I'm going to be stating this in the beginning, and because you guys probably noticed it immediately, I probably sound different because I'm using a different microphone. My other one's been messing up on me for a bit of time, and I decided to finally get a new one. Now, with that being said, whenever we last left off, we had Izuku Midoriya, where it was revealed that him and Fuyumi Todoroki were going out. Now, this did piss off Todoroki, as him and Midoriya almost got into a scuffle. And Midoriya, he was told by Recovery Girl not to use his powers, since his mind was still recovering from the damage. Now, Midoriya and Fuyumi did spend these 2 weeks hanging out together. Her either being at Midoriya's apartment, or Midoriya actually going over to her dorm room, and actually meeting her roommate, who was surprised that this, guy was dating Fuyumi. He's a decent looking man, or rather he's a very good looking guy. He's in good shape and he's got a powerful quirk. Along with that, he dreams of being a pro hero. But at the same time, he does still try to humble himself and not make a big spectacle of his abilities. That's quite the rarity. Along with that, he does care for the little guy. So, she's just wondering if there's another one. Now, with that being said, we do cut to the end of these 2 weeks, where we do have Midoriya and Fuyumi. Midoriya and Fuyumi walking into the stadium, where Midoriya, he actually is dressed in the sports festival uniform. And he's asking if he does look good. You look fine. Besides, I think you'll be okay. You're sure? Yeah, come on. Besides, I know you're gonna win. Well, I mean, yeah, but I'm going against your brother though, right? Well, yeah, that's true. But this isn't about him right now. In fact, I think if you beat him, you might at least earn some respect from him. At least that's what I hope. Besides, just know he's always been overprotective of me because of the fact of how we were raised. Our dad wasn't the best guy. He always pushed us and always tried to get us to train. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I don't particularly like to use my abilities too much. Oh, okay. But does that have anything to do with his, That was our mother. Oh. I'm sorry, I just assumed it was. Well, he's the one who caused her to do that. And she almost did it to me, but he got in the way. She just went ballistic. Even with his face the way he was, she just smashed him with ice and he screamed. Oh, wait, so it's a ice burn, not a fire burn. Yeah, it is. Listen, that day is not really one we like to talk about. So, yeah. Anyways, I think you should go down there now. Now, Midoriya would turn around, and he actually would then turn back to face Fuyumi, as he actually just pull her close and give her a kiss. Now, the moment that actually does happen, Fumi, she actually just wrap her arms around him. And we actually do have somebody who just popped around the corner and did see these two, as he grits his teeth and continues to walk straight instead of turning down the hallway, as a large burn mark is left there. Now, we do actually then have Midoriya, as he was called up to give the speech. Now, Midoriya actually does fly up on stage, which, oddly enough, would be a rare quirk, as he does then just grab the microphone with his hand. Hi, hello, my name is Izuku Midoriya, and today we see a lot of fine young men and women. Everyone here wants to become pros, and that's a respectable thing. In fact, it's highly valued. I hope everyone here does well, and, well, try your best. And I hope to one day be serving with all of you. I even hope to see a lot of you in the top 10. Now, with that, Midoriya would set down the microphone, as we do have Endeavor, who did see that. This boy's very soft, and he obviously is not the correct fit. If his daughter is going to be dating a man, she needs to get a tougher man, especially one with a good quirk. As much as he can tell, a flying quirk is nothing. Now, there actually is whenever everybody does line up. And we do have Todoroki, who, the moment everything does begin, he does go to actually turn out and fire off directly at Midoriya, making sure that he was on, well, Midoriya's left, or on Midoriya's right, him being able to actually bring his hand up and try and freeze Midoriya immediately. Now, Fumi should actually jump onto her feet and scream out Izuku, as we do have Endeavor, who is sitting next to his daughter and just staring at that. The boy couldn't even take down Shoto, let alone withstand the ice. Now, this is whenever he actually would watch as Todoroki does blast forwards, as everyone else is stuck behind the ice wall, but go blasting through as we actually have Midoriya, who he actually just busts through and show his power, him actually breaking through the entire wall immediately as it comes crumbling down. And Midoriya, he actually does take flight, as Endeavor does see Midoriya, and he does look a bit more puzzled. Him actually leaning forwards and bringing his hand up to his chin. That was odd. His ability, that heat, the way he moved, that isn't how you would break through it. Those flames, however, if they're of a high enough degree, possibly that could have been done. However, not with causing some unneeded damage to civilians in the area. Now, Endeavor does watch the way Midori is using his ability. Every way he's using it. There's even whenever Midori actually does show off his own power, as he does fly directly up to a 0-pointer and go to smash a hole straight through it, as Midori does punch straight through it in a straight line, and the 0-pointer does actually begin to get enveloped by large flames, as the direct center of it spreads out to his torso, and the thing does explode. As Midoriya, he does just go around everywhere. Along with that, he even actually does hold his hand out towards the ground underneath him, and light it on fire. Now, Midoriya actually would fly over the place where Todoroki is. Todoroki going to try and blast upwards into the air with ice. And Midoriya actually would see that, as Todoroki does actually try to speed up. And Midoriya, he actually just brings his hands up behind him and blast fire to speed up as well. Now, Todoroki does then do something that does catch Endeavor off guard. Him actually going to bring out his right arm, and look directly behind him, as Endeavor does watch flames spark from his uniform, as he spits out his drink. And he does drop his popcorn, watching as Todoroki does blast fire at Midoriya, who does actually just swing around it and avoid it, before actually going in and smashing Todoroki's path, as Todoroki does go barreling into the dirt, and Midoriya does actually get first place. Him being able to land and then actually just start to shake off the fire, as Midoriya would just wipe the sweat from his forehead. Now, you do actually have Fuyumi, who herself didn't realize her brother was that desperate to win. Now, there actually is the, well, next portion, the Cavalry battle, as we do have Ochako try to team up with Midoriya, along with, let's see, Balko would do it for sure because they're friends, and well, he does have competitive spirit, but at the same time, Icy Hot's been an asshole. Now, with that, those two are on a team with Ochako. And we do actually have a fourth person. Let's say, Mina. That does work. Now, Mina being very energetic and well outgoing, she does actually run up and want to join this team, talking about how this would be very fun. Now, there is also another thing going on, where you do have Mei Hatsume who does come walking up, talking about how it's very interesting that that guy's quirk did work that way, along with how Mr. 10 million points can be used to help demonstrate her inventions. Now, Midoriya, he's basically stuck in a situation. You've got two girls grabbing both of his arms, talking about how I can be on your team. No, I can. Basically, leaving the choice up to him. Midoriya looking at Bakugo and Ochako. Balko just saying that he's not in this. Dude, come on, please. Ochako? Hey, I'm just trying to get on your team. Besides, you're the leader. Now, Midoriya is trying to think, as he does just tell Hatsume that Mei Hatsume, that Mina was here first. Now, Hatsume, she is ultimately annoyed. However, she does go to walk away, as she does try to find other teams. Now, you do actually have Midori who does turn and look at Mina, asking her if she can let go of his arm. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, anyways. Now that that's done, let's figure out a strategy. I'm thinking that I can just at least fly us around. Really? I just thought with my quirk we could just move around, you know? Okay. Now, this will be whenever the round does start. These four are immediately up in the air. And we do have everybody else who does try to actually get at them. Midoriya actually surrounding the area around them all with some flames. As Midoriya, he does have to keep his team constantly moving. Behind them all is a constant path of flames, and it's sort of hard to control. He did create an invisible barrier to stop it from hitting his teammates. However, that doesn't mean that they won't feel the heat of this. And we do have Bakugo Katsuki, who he actually is, well, directly behind Midoriya on his left. And he does add momentum and force to whatever Midoriya does need. Now, along with that, they are all actually floating and tied together. Now, Mina should just rain down acid on anyone who does try to approach them from beneath, or in a certain radius. As Todoroki's team, which now does have Mei Hatsume, along with Sero the tape guy, they do try and come after Midoriya's team. However, with Midoriya being able to make invisible barriers, Todoroki is ultimately unable to win here. And even then, Endeavor is still more impressed. This guy is able to use strength, make walls that he can't see. Does he have like a pyrokinesis? No, does he have a super strength? Fuyumi. What is it, Dad? What's this young man's quirk? Oh, her trying to explain it. The moment that she does say tactile pyrokinesis, Endeavor does not need any more explanation. He's a master in fire abilities, and with his internship, he's had to deal with some of these people before. However, none who have mastered the quirk to this degree. Especially with the way the guy is trying to make sure it's able to be used safely. It's almost admirable in the way he's using it, and being cautious. However, he's also taking a risk with a guy with an explosive quirk, since he does sweat nitroglycerin. Now, we do actually then have, after the match is over, where Midoriya's team has won. And Mina, she's all excited, as she would grab onto Midoriya's arm once they've all landed, talking about how they won, they won, they won. Yeah, can you please let go? Why? You don't think I'm cute? I do have a girlfriend. Oh, sorry, I thought you were single. Uh, sure. No problem. Well, besides, you're a cute guy. She must be pretty lucky. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, now, Midoriya would walk away. As there actually is whenever Midoriya does go to see Fuyumi. And she does ask about what happened down there. Midoriya is the one explaining it, as she does actually laugh about that. As we do then have the final battle. Now, before the battle would begin, Midoriya would be pulled aside by Endeavor. Now, Endeavor was curious, as we do have Midoriya standing there, as he's leaning up against the wall, with his arms folded out in front of him. And Endeavor, he's standing there with his arms crossed and standing tall. Young man, you must be Izuku Midoriya, the one dating my daughter. Yeah, I am. I see. You are aware that. I know. Listen, Mr. Endeavor. I didn't know she was your daughter when I started dating her. Me and her met. I'm pretty sure you know about Incident 1, and I'm pretty sure you looked into Incident 2. You're a pro hero. I'm fairly certain that you have those records on file. Now, I'm going to tell you what I told, well, Shoto. I love your daughter. I would die for her. I would sacrifice my own hero career and my own quirk for her. I don't care. That girl loves me, and I love her. And if you're going to stand in our way, well, I don't really know what to tell you. But if you're going to fight me, I will try my best to take you down. I do not care. I will fight tooth and nail for that woman. I see. Well, young man, no one's ever talked to me like that before. I pulled you aside because I wanted to assess your skill. I've seen it for myself. However, your strength is lacking. If you are to date her, you are aware of what you must do. Win? Yes. I already planned to do that. Besides, I know how you are. You respond to strength, not weakness. Now, I'm going to go out there and win. And then, I'm going to go to your daughter. Young man, you are treading on a fine line. You are aware of that. Maybe. But maybe that just means I have the guts to do what you don't. And what would that be? Care. Now, Midoriya would walk away from Endeavor, as Endeavor is left standing there, almost speechless. Now, there is the first battle, where it's Midoriya against Shinsho. And Shinsho does talk about how this guy, he's very admirable, and how he really should have, this being where Midoriya does just rush him. And he does want to show his physical strength against this guy. This guy already does look quite muscular. And when Midoriya does actually go to push against him, he does go to push back. Midoriya and him being at similar feats of strength. And their base. Now, Midoriya actually would use his power, or his quirk, as he's actually able to overpower the guy and go to push his arms backward, as he does then just grab him and go to throw him out of the ring. Now, a lot of people who did see that, they were confused, thinking about what that guy's quirk could have been, if he was able to hold on against the guy who shattered the ice wall. Now, with that, this does show that Shinsho, he does have a strong physical body, and that more people might actually be interested in that, thinking that it could be his quirk. Now, the whole thing with Sarah would be the same, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't care anything about the other matches, so let's cut to where we do have Midoriya versus Todoroki. Now, both of these two are in the arena. And you do have Todoroki, who he's already replaced his sports festival uniform with something different, as he does just hold up his hands, talking about how he's going to beat him. Sure you are. Now, if you're going to fight me, just know, I'm not going to hold back against you this time. This time, really, then I guess I'll fight you with my full power. As much as I hate it, this is his quirk. No, it's not. I'm fighting you with my quirk. You are fighting me with yours. I don't give a fuck if it's his. Really. Todoroki. Who controls you? Nobody controls me. Exactly. So, just shut up and fight. Midoriya would say, as the entire arena does actually begin to light up in flames. And Midoriya just pull his hands out of his pocket and go to throw fireballs, as Todoroki actually would create a pillar of ice and shoot straight up, as he does actually come up with his hand and go to blast down with fire. Now, Midoriya actually would go to fly backwards and up into the air, as Midoriya does go to fly out of the ring and then go straight up, as he does actually move forwards and meet Todoroki face to face, as he does then go to smash him across the face with his left arm, and then go for an uppercut. Now, the moment Midoriya did actually throw his arm upwards, Todoroki did actually go to grab outwards towards his right arm with his left hand to freeze it. And the moment Todoroki did make physical contact, Midoriya's arm sparked up with flames, and did get a lot hotter. Now, Todoroki did instinctively pull back his hand, and he did actually think for a minute before trying to blast out with his right hand. and telling him that he's not going to win here, and that he needs to leave Fuyumi alone. Now, Midoriya does just fly backwards. As Todoroki, he actually does go to slide down onto the ring. Now, the moment he actually does slide down, he does actually have to create an ice wall to stop himself from falling out. As he does then turn towards Midoriya, who's still floating up in the air. Really? So, are you just that insecure? Insecure? Please. I'm protecting her. From who? From you! Please. I've told you this before. I don't care. Listen, just leave her alone. Now, everyone is confused watching this battle, trying to understand. What are they talking about? Now, we do have Fumi, who is sitting there in the arena, embarrassed as she's trying to hide her face with her hands. And you do have Endeavor, who does just talk about how the match is getting more interesting, as he does go to sip from his drink. Now, Midoriya does go to flying down, and Todoroki actually does go to blast out with ice. And he does actually go to do his arena casualty thing, or that cataclysm thing where he completely eclipses the area with ice. Now, he does actually try to do that. As Midoriya, he did actually create a invisible barrier in front of him, and he did get pushed back by it. Now, he does do that entire thing, as he does talk about how Izuku Midoriya has been knocked out. And the match is then called there. However, Todoroki, whenever he does go to walk away, he does hear something. Along with him turning to see after President Mike did say something about the giant ice or glacier. Now, Todoroki would turn around and see a red ball forming in the middle, as the ice does crack and then burst, as there is Midoriya, who is just floating there in the air, his skin looking a bit more red, as his entire top was burned away. And Todoroki does see him, as he does have an ice burn on his shoulder, and he's huffing and puffing, as the sweat Midoriya is producing is being burned away by his skin. I'm not done. Him going to fly in, as the moment he does, he smashes directly into Todoroki, and he does knock him on the ground. Now, Todoroki does go to bring up his hand and try to blast Midoriya with ice. Midoriya immediately going to grab his hand with his left, as he does go to smash it towards the ring, and hold it there using his power. Todoroki trying to use that hand and blast away at it. Him actually trying to bring up his right hand and bring flames directly into Midoriya's face. As Midoriya, he actually does go to slam down his hand and actually bring his hand backwards, telling him to just give up. Todoroki actually bring up his left leg, and saying no as he does try to blast ice into Midoriya's back. Now, Midoriya does get hit in the back with a large cube of ice, and he does actually feel it touch his skin, as it burns. Now, Midoriya does go flying forwards, as he does turn around and go to snap his fingers. As Todoroki's body, it is covered with flames, and he does go to bring up his hands to try and stop them. Now, Midoriya then actually does bring up both of his hands and go to slam them together, as two invisible walls slam against Todoroki. And he does then actually just bring his hands sideways or at a different angle, and bring them together again, as he does create a cube around Todoroki. And he does then just start to violently shake the box, Todoroki trying to get away as he is slamming into every wall, before Midoriya just does throw it out of bounds. Now, everyone is surprised, these battles don't usually get this intense. And, well, it's surprising. Now, with that being said, Midoriya, after he does let go of his abilities, he does actually go to drop onto the ground, as he does go to try and bring the ice off of his back, as he does fall into the ring. Now, with that being said, this is technically a double KO. However, Izuku Midori is still in bounds, and is still in the sports festival. Now, with that being said, Midoriya, he's made it to the let's say this is actually the finals in this timeline. So he'd at least get second place. Now, with that, he would wake up in the infirmary. As we actually do then have Fuyumi, who she would be there to greet him. And she would call him a giant dummy for getting hurt. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing night. I'll catch you guys in the next part.